Welcome back, everybody. Today is Monday, May 9th. I'm actually over at my parents' house for the day, and I actually have brought over a few pieces in my little electric kiln. So I'm going to bisque fire several pieces here. As you can see, I got a little teapot here that I've made. And a bowl. And a couple of mugs. And the reason why I'm doing this bisque firing, as most of you know, I prefer to do once fired clay. It's much faster to just glaze it raw and then do one firing. But there's actually some techniques that I would like to try, and that is a staining technique. And so the reason why I've actually selected all of these pieces too, as you can see, is if you can see in the light, I've put a chattering texture on this bowl. And even with the teapot, I don't know how well the light is picking it up, but there's actually a light chattering texture on the outside of the bowl, or on the outside of the tea bowl or pot, and also here on the lid I have some grooves. So what I would like to do is take some red iron oxide stain and actually make a stain, coat it, and then wipe it off. Well, when it's just mud like this, you would smear it. It won't really come off very cleanly and leave definable highlights. So that is the reason why I'm gonna once fire all of these. Again, even like with these cups, if we can get some focus here, I put like a little banding on the bottom. And it's kind of faint, it's pretty subtle, but I'm thinking that maybe if I stain it, it will highlight and look more pronounced. On this mug, I actually did some roller texture on the handle, and as you can see, there's some impressing along the bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and try maybe doing some highlighting, or I might even do a little bit of like wax resisting to try to bring out the texture here, and then maybe glaze on the sides, but leave this more bare with some wood ash. So again, there's a couple of techniques I want to kind of play around with to try to get some different effects that I haven't done before, and that's why I'm doing this. So I've gone ahead, I'll bring you outside. Sorry, I didn't bring a tripod. It was kind of an impromptu video. But so over here on my parents' patio, it's just my little electric kiln. It's only like 12 inches by 12 inches by 6 inches tall. It's a hexagon. So it's 120 volt outlet. So it's not a lot of power. It takes about, I think, about 7 hours to get up to temperature. And in the firings in the past that I've done, I think it gets to about 1780 degrees. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. That's a pretty good bisquing temperature, I think. The stuff that I've brought out of this kiln before has always had a really absorbing texture still, so it's solid, but it will take the glaze, I think. So I'll bring you back in different parts of the firing. All right. Oh, Koopy. Oh, my Koopy, huh? Oh, Koopy. Okay, so it is now 11 o'clock in the morning, and as we can see here, looking at the pyrometer, we were at 1752 degrees, and really that's probably fine right there. I probably don't even really need to go any hotter than that, but I'll give you a little peek inside the kiln here. So you always got to use something to protect your fingers. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in there or not, but it's glowing pretty good inside there. You hear my dog Cooper crying. But yeah, so we're already at pretty much our max temperature. We're at 1700 and almost 53 degrees, so I may let it go for maybe another like 20 minutes, half hour, but we're probably fine already. So I'll bring you back in when the kiln gets open. And here comes Cooper. All right, so it's about a little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see where the parameter's at. We reached a max temperature of about 1750 degrees or so. Actually, I think it was 1764 maybe, actually. Where are we at now? So it's only been off for maybe about a little over 4 hours, and we're already down to 340 degrees. So at this point, I think what I'll do is I'll actually crack the lid a little bit. I'll open up the kiln and let it actually kind of breathe a little bit. Yeah, like I can kind of even touch the inside of that, so you can tell it's cooled down quite a bit. But we'll let it cool down just a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and pop the top and see how everything looks. Okay, so let's see where we're at on the pyrometer. Oh yeah, we're at 177 degrees, so that should be fine. Let's put this down for a second. But it might be a little warm to the touch. Might be a little warm to the touch. So this is what we got. Oh yeah, they're hot. But we'll see. It looks like maybe everything might have made it through. Ooh. Yeah, they're hot. They're still hot to the touch. I'll let that cool off for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and remove pieces. But so far, no major explosion. Okay, so wasn't a completely successful firing. My bowl, unfortunately, we have a crack in it, as well as, unfortunately, the teapot I knew had a crack that I had tried to repair, and unfortunately, as you can see, my repair was unsuccessful. Not really sure if there's anything I can do with it at this point other than to try to glaze it and just see if it will survive, but I doubt it. So this will more than likely just stay with me. I was going to gift it, but it'll probably stay with me as a just a decoration. But still a nice pot. I'm looking forward to decorating it and seeing how well it turns out. And both the cups, both the cups turned out pretty good. So that came out pretty good. Looking forward to glazing these. Those are fine though. So they're good to go. All right, well, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit like, and we'll see you in the next video.